All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. My name's Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
We thank you for being here, folks. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Go ahead and comment down below. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Get the shirt in the description and subscribe to Patreon. $5 a month to become a quitter. You get bonus content every Sunday. We're watching Resurrecting Motley Crue, the Motley Crue VH1 documentary.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
You asked for it.
Yeah, this is just for you guys.
We deliver.
We deliver every single week.
It's just for the director of the documentary who told us that it existed.
He did tell us
sure.
to check it out, and I'm glad we did. It was fun.
Yeah.
But tonight, before we get into that, we have one of our most talked about artists on this channel, Ty Segall. He's released his new record, Chrome, out today. This is the third time we've talked about Ty on the channel.
It's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
Years of podcast existence, years of
Ty Segall.
of Ty Segall records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was Three Bells, and then it was Possession, and now it's Chrome. And like I was saying, Ty is a guy that always has, like, every time he releases a record, he has a different quirk with his records. He doesn't go as far as like completely changing his genre. He's always going to be singer-songwriter, but he always like does a tiny little thing that's like, oh, first taste, we don't use guitars on this one.
Yeah.
And it's like, now we're going to have synths on, Harmonizer. We're going to use like drum machines and stuff. Or I'm going to have a guy help me out with like writing the lyrics. That was the last one, Possession. And then I was kind of like, whenever Ty announces that he's going to have a record, I'm like, what's it going to be this time? And Chrome didn't seem like it had that, which was kind of a nice relief, I guess, or refresher.
I saw him live earlier this year, and he was playing a bunch of new shit live, and that got me really excited because, like, in the past, like with this trend or whatever, he's been doing a lot of like, he'll put out an acoustic thing and then play it kind of more electric, heavier. So it's kind of a tease, but with this one, he was playing like this really kind of nasty, riffy shit live, and I'm like, dude, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Don't put, because he sounds so good live. I hope that they're, this way when they come out on Spotify.
He's like, it's actually all on a bassoon.
Yeah.
But well, I couldn't hire a bassoon player.
This is just how we have to play them live.
This is my clarinet album, actually,
Yeah.
and all these riffs are going to be on horn now.
I just don't own a clarinet.
Yeah.
I'm still a guitar player.
I
at heart.
rent one when we go on tour.
Yeah.
When we're in the studio.
Yeah.
It's been like, I am probably the least Ty Segall inundated that you guys are.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And like my first taste being Three Bells was a little
First
rough.
taste wasn't First Taste.
It was not First Taste.
No,
It wasn't,
you would have hated
Yeah,
First
you would have
Taste.
really hated First Taste.
And no one likes First Taste.
and like Three Bells, like not my jam, but then Possession, I was like, oh, this is really good. Like I thought like the songwriting was really good. Like you said, like I really like the orchestration, and I thought that having a guy help him out with lyrics was cool too. And I've gone back and listened to some of the older stuff, like the fuzzier stuff, like Melted, Emotional Mugger, which is like one of the most insanely mixed
So
albums
weird. Yeah.
I've ever heard in my
it's
life.
insane.
Like listening to it on headphones, you're like, what the fuck is that?
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite albums of all time, and honestly, just because it's like a Dr. Seuss, like it's like Dr. Seuss.
That's
made
such a good way
Yeah.
to put that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
I've never thought about it that
Yeah.
way.
And then Freedom Goblin.
Freedom's
is it?
Goblin.
Goblin.
Yeah.
And like that just has like a bunch of jams. So it's like
It's a longer one.
he's an interesting guy who can like write a really good pop rock song and chooses not to a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he has songs that are just absolute fucking jams. But he definitely seems more interested in different vibes and tones and styles.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it for so long. Like, I kind of understand, like, wanting to, flex your, like, songwriting muscle with every single record. But, like, I think most people fell in love with Ty because of the lo-fi stuff he was doing. Like, that's what he kind of made his name for with, like, Melted and Twins back in the day. Like he was such like a cool garage rock lo-fi artist. And his first record I think was him like just as a one-man band, and it sounded like shit, but like it's a fun record.
Yeah, hearing the singles for Chrome, first one was Black Paint. I was like, oh my god, yes, because
I knew you were so pumped.
Preemptively,
you had to be so pumped.
Black Paint is like one of my favorite songs I've heard in like a long time.
Oh wow,
that song rips, and I was like, dude, we are there. You know, we've got this album, which differs from his other ones. His live band is playing all the instruments on the record, whereas on a lot of other ones, it's mainly like him on all the instruments. So this, I don't know much about like the writing of it, but I would say that this is a more like team effort as opposed to just like something from his dome.
Yeah. This one, it was like, I mean, just turning it on, like hearing Black Paint and then the second single, Running to Nowhere. I really liked Running to Nowhere.
Me too.
Like, I think I liked it even more than Black Paint. Because Black Paint felt like a song that he would have put out any time, just with like really heavy guitars. But Running to Nowhere had like the heavy guitars, but then it had like this Neil Young type of like guitar noodling right in the middle, like right in the verses, and I was like, this is so neat to have these two things mixed together.
See, I got more Dire Straits, Salt in the Swing.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
I know exactly what you're talking about,
and I love that. Like, I was not huge on like, are we getting into the album now?
Yeah. We're here.
If you want to hear us do like our Ty deep dive, there's plenty of videos.
There's a lot
on
of
our channel.
There's a lot of Ty content.
Yeah,
and there will be because he's not stopping.
He's not stopping.
There's times where like different parts of different songs like work better and don't work better, and like that one specifically, like I didn't love the riff coming in. But every time it switched to that like Dire Straits section, I was like, "Oh my god, that is so sick!"
It's so good. He really does. I mean, he does it on a lot of songs here. Like, it's not just like a one-time thing. Like, he mixes in huge, disgusting guitars and like cowboy, like Western, like badass type of riffage on this record.
Yeah,
and I don't know why that is like the thing here, but like, I've never really heard that done before, and he really like pulls it off. Like I liked the way this sounded. Like you hear like you can almost like hear the pedal being turned on and turned off in between. Like from verse to chorus and chorus to verse.
It's it seems very intentionally like a live record.
Yeah,
it's like trying to capture the sound of a band playing together. The one song that I heard him do live, which I stuck in my head for a long time, I'm like, I can't wait to hear that, is Glass.
Yeah, Glass is cool.
Glass has that really long You'll Never Fade Away part in the middle. It's not actually that long, and actually none of these songs are that long, by comparison. I mean, there's a lot of them just end abruptly, but the Glass in particular, that riff is so disgusting, and then you go into this like kind of spacey, floaty part, and I heard that and it instantly stuck with me. But I get what you're saying by like the dichotomy, I guess, between like nasty riffage, which we haven't heard nasty riffage from Ty in like a minute.
Not this nasty.
Yeah, not this nasty.
Yeah.
So that was like, that got me pumped. But like putting it all together was like kind of what really got me interested in what was going on.
Yeah, I would agree, especially on like a song like Glass, where to me that riff started to get a little repetitive.
Yeah,
but then it goes into like this like southern rock section that I'm like, damn, this is really good. Like, it kind of reminded me of him taking some of the stuff that he was doing on Possession on more of like acoustic instrumentation and moving it over into his like fuzzy garage rock style. And
that's a good point.
Like, there's times where like both sections work great, and then other times where it's like, I've heard that riff a couple times, but then it'll go into a part where I'm like, oh, okay, this is really fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And I think too, part of it is, sorry to cut you off, but like those guitar tones can feel so claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Because they're so fucking fat, and it just feels like the track is this wide.
Yeah.
And then when they go into those more musical sections, it feels like a total like breath of air.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, this felt like the first time that he kind of was able to figure out how to mix a guitar that was that loud and disgusting, because on other records, like sometimes it's like so far panned left and right, you're like, that is giving me a headache.
Yeah.
Or I feel like I need to like put a drill in my ear to like get that itch out.
It's definitely grating. It was grating in the past. He's recorded music with R.I.P. Steve Albini, and what this record most reminded me of was Freedom's Goblin.
The guitar tones on this are very similar to Freedom's Goblin.
Freedom's Goblin was predominantly recorded with his live band at the time then too. So it kind of makes sense in that way that it wasn't recorded in his home studio and he wasn't playing all the instruments. So I think his tendency when it's him and his own devices is to jam that guitar tone into your brain. Like, and there's plenty of that on like Emotional Mugger or whatever. Or even some of his more recent solo work where there's like accents of electric guitar. But this feels more composed and like round and put together in a way where like the fuzz is just gnarly and not punishing. You know what I mean? And I really like that.
There were some moments on Harmonizer where the guitars were like so piercing, and it was just like, it didn't even seem like it was like that intentional, like what the riffs he was playing. It was like, oh, I'm just gonna fuck around with this giant shriek of like this, you know, like the 24th fret on my guitar that's just like right in your fucking ear.
Bend it.
Yeah, but it does feel like the mixing is like a little bit softer here. It's like compressed nicely. There's like overdubs that make sense here. Like, you know, a lot of the other times, like you wouldn't even get that many overdubs on his records because of him trying to record it live. Like this just felt like he actually went into the studio and was like, let's make a fucking
rock
balls
record.
to the wall rock record and like cut no corners, you know?
Yeah, and still left like some cool creative stuff.
Yeah.
there. Like even like Black Paint, which I think is probably my favorite song on the record.
Yeah.
Like that mix of like fuzz rock with that Flower Child melodic sense is like really impressive. Like he's not just sticking with the like, you know, sticking with the riffs, doing like the melody is really what seals that for me. And there's a couple songs like that, like Let Go.
Yeah, I like Let Go a lot.
And like talk about a fucking like guitar tone, whatever that bass tone is, almost sounds like a synth.
I think it's like bass and organ.
Yeah, because he has a keyboard player in the band, and so I think a lot of like the opening track "Hospital" has that like oscillating like, loop thing. Cool. There's a lot of like keyboard moments on this record.
Yeah, like Hospital opens with that arpeggio, and then I think it comes back, and I forget which song it comes back in, but it's like the same one, and they do like a big drum break.
It might be Separation.
Yes, it is. And that's another song too where like the if I was getting tired of some of the guitar stuff, like the repetition, that melody is so good.
Yeah.
What a separation.
Yeah,
Like,
that was like the most like punky, I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, but still retaining like some 60s psychedelic early like Britpop or psychedelia type stuff.
Yeah. He's consistently separated himself from his contemporaries or whatever as like, because like in the garage or psych space, it's mainly guys singing something really basic along with what the guitar is doing. And it's kind of a Beatles-ish sensibility where he's generally singing something that's very memorable and different on top of all this stuff. Yeah. Which I think that's probably at its essence what I love about him as a songwriter.
I still think his vocals and like his melodies could use a little bit of work because like he's still doing the thing where it's like, you know, it's like just one thing the whole time. And it's not like there's some songs where it's like he's not really singing, but he did a better job of like, I don't know, like using his voice as an instrument. Like on Running to Nowhere, there's like a little bit of grit on his voice instead of just like...
There's some screams on here too that are pretty gnarly. Shit like that. Yeah,
there's screams and stuff. I don't know, I haven't heard him sound this like full of energy in a really long time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And especially I find the choruses, like some of the verses I'm like, okay, you're kind of filling space, but like the one specifically I'm thinking of is Play Cowboys. Like it has that weird kind of like bendy cowboy riff. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. But then every time it went into that chorus, and it's like very like down home, sounding like 70s rock. That was really good.
Yeah.
And then like towards the end, it becomes like an Outlaws song, like real spacey with the piano and shit.
If we're gonna talk about Outlaw stuff, we gotta talk about the closer.
Yeah,
which is,
Chrome.
I don't like. It's such a weird song because it's just like one riff and such a jam, but it just like makes you want to just go on the back of a motorcycle and crash it. You know what I mean?
I felt exactly the opposite.
Really?
It's my
dude.
least favorite.
Oh,
song
I
on the
liked
record
it a
by
lot.
far. I was building up all the
liked it.
praise to talk about how much I disliked Chrome. It's just that Ted Nugent riff over.
I like the
over
Ted Nugent
and
riff,
over.
dude.
It
Give
was
me
really-
some piece of cheese Danushka.
Oh yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah, there it is.
It was really cool live when he did that, you know. But there is just one line the whole time. You know?
I liked it.
I liked it too, but I get what you're saying too, where it just gets a bit mundane.
Yeah, because I think it's like the longest song on the record
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And I could see that being sick live, like guys like locked into that groove, playing it over
Yeah.
again. But like, I was just like, damn, dude, can you do something? And like, you kind of know like it's gonna do that like classic like bum bum
Yeah.
I
I love that fucking riff.
Yeah, it's very sick.
I'm staying.
I'm saying
I'm finishing.
I'm
my coffee.
finishing my Ted Nugent riff.
I'm finishing my coffee. Yeah, dude. I was listening to it while I was driving today, and I saw there was a guy in front of me on a motorcycle, and I was like, I just want to like. I was listening to it like full blast. I was like, I'm
Run him
gonna
down.
fucking race this motherfucker in my wife's Kia.
This doesn't come out till Friday.
I got the pre-release.
Yeah, I got
motherfucker!
the exclusive shit,
Yeah.
bitch.
Guy just like blows
like,
smoke and it
what?
just all goes into your window. You're like,
I have to pull over to cough.
you have to
Yeah.
pull over to vomit.
Inhale.
Just
Okay, dude. I thought it was cool. I like that. I like that song. Should we CA it?
We should see it.
Yeah,
I
let's
feel
CA
like.
it. Jage, why don't you go first?
You want me to go? Yeah. I alluded to it, but this was like we kind of just got finished talking about in a previous video, Queens of the Stone Age, and how they're kind of like, and it's a running thread with us and bands that have been around for a long time. Are they or aren't they throwing us their fastball? Jack White is currently. Black Keys don't have an arm anymore to throw fastballs.
Their fastball is covering old songs.
covering some shit in a dusty bass.
Yeah, dude.
Like, remember this?
So you know, they're all over the place, and jury's out on Queens whether they can do it or not. But you know, recently with the past few records, Ty has like diverted from like general heaviness, which was one of my first attractions to his music, and it was like really, really exciting to hear him do that again, not only in a live sense but on an album. And like there's really good harmonies on this with his bandmates, and there's, you know, really standout moment like ripping guitar solos and shit like that. And like we alluded to, the production's really nice, and it's kind of different than what we've gotten in a while because it's not something coming out of his studio, which I think has like a very distinct sound. You know, I am like, you know, I love Ty Segall, and there's, you know, but I think it's reasonable to also hold him accountable when, you know, it felt like we were losing the plot a little bit with the past few records because he was getting into like weird chords and acoustic guitar and, you know, all that stuff. And so I wasn't sure where we were going next, but he announced this random tour. I bought a ticket to it. He played like 4 or 5 new songs that no one recognized, and they weren't covers, and that got me really jazzed. And so, you know, we got this record, and it like totally delivered on like everything I was expecting, and the singles kicked ass. You know, there were you know, I couldn't wait to listen to this again. Basically, I don't know the runtime because like we've been previewing it, but it's probably like 38 minutes or something. It's really economical, but I think this is like, you know, I think Ty's an older dude. He has like a wife and a kid now, so there's only so much like return to form youthfulness you can inject in your music, but this is as close as we're gonna get. You know, I don't know how old he is, but you know, he's probably in his late 30s or 40 or something. I'm gonna give. This is one of my favorite records I've heard in a long time from him, and one of my favorites this year. I'm gonna give it like an 8.3.
8.3.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go next. Yeah, I don't feel too like differently from you, honestly. Like I like this record reminded me of why I like Ty Segall. Like I used to love Ty Segall. I loved Emotional Mugger. I went back and listened to like his back catalog, fell in love with all of the older material, and then like as soon as all of that happened, it was like, oh, here's my self-titled with like a lot of like kind of 70s rock vibes and not much weirdo vibes, and we just kept getting that, and it was like, and then sometimes it just got softer, and sometimes it just, I don't know, like Harmonizer was the closest thing to like being heavy again, but the songs weren't that memorable. This is like going back, it sounds like fully, like, I don't know, torqued. Like we're torqued on this one.
Fully torqued.
We're
dude.
fully torqued. It's like punky. It has like this kind of like cowboy, like outlaw vibe in the verses, but then it has like those like metallic fucking huge distorted fuzz guitars, like these mutant tones that like I've never heard any other band on earth have that guitar tone other than Ty Segall. And it's just like, I don't know. He finally mixed it correctly on this record. The overdubs sounded good. The band sounded good. It didn't sound like one thing about Harmonizer where it sounded like it was just like kind of tracked. This sounded like tracked and like they were in a room together as well. So yeah, I mean, this is just like him not even really returning to form, because if it was a return to form, I would say it would sound worse.
Yeah, it would be like
lo-fi.
Yeah.
But this is just like him melding the two worlds that he does really well together and making something that doesn't sound lopsided or weird. And yeah, I really liked it. There's like, the songs are memorable, they're fun. And yeah, it's probably his best in a long time. And this is after listening to a couple records that I have just found some of his newer material to just be annoying. Like 3 Bells, I was just like, this is fucking long and boring and like shrill. And to go from that to this is like, wow, I didn't think he still had it in him at all. So I'm going to give it an 8.0.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. And I think I enjoyed it because of like surprises within the record, like, because there's certain things that probably don't work for me as well as might work for you guys, like that, like fuzz rock riffage. I don't know, there's just something about it, like the major chords and like all the fuzz. Sometimes I get like locked in being like, all right, I heard it.
Yeah,
but the way that he was able to like, switch things up within a song, and like to go from these like walls of just gargantuan distortion into something that was like melodic and atmospheric and like, would completely change the vibe of the song and either like ride out on that or go back to the riff in a way. And it always felt organic, but surprising. Like, to open a song where like within the first 5 seconds, I'm like, I can kind of tell where this song's going to go. And then be like, oh, I had no idea it was going to go here, and it'd be really interesting. And I found myself like these songs sticking in my head much more each time I listen to it. Like, oh damn, I remember this one. Like I think that his melodies on this album are really impressive, especially like given, like you said, like the standard for a fuzz rock band is like to have just a guy mumble the riff.
Yeah. See the wizard in the tree, in the eye.
Yeah.
like Black Paint is like a really melodically sophisticated 2-minute long fucking
it's like
humbling.
It's like a perfect song.
And then stuff like Let Go, Separation. Really, like, the only pure dud, like there's a couple that I'm like mixed on. The only pure dud for me is Chrome,
and
which
it was not a
it
dud
wasn't for you. It almost you almost lost your life to a pagan
loved it, dude.
because of a fucking dead meteor. If you're like, I got this.
It's like one of my favorite tracks on the record.
So I don't Like there's a couple songs where things don't work for me, but like always like something would win me back. So I think I'm a little more mixed on it than you guys, but I do think it's a really, really good record. So I'm gonna go 7.2.
7.2. All right. 7.8.
That gives us, what kind of hell yeah is that, would you say?
I'm finishing my coffee.
I was gonna say Race of Hell's Angels. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we could say that. Race of Hell's Angels. Hell yeah. I'm finishing my coffee. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in the hell yeah zone.
It's in the hell yeah zone.
Safely.
It is safely in the hell
One
yeah
of the
zone.
safest
Yeah.
of the hell yeahs we've given.
I wasn't sure if we were gonna get like high, one of the highest scores of the year there, and I wouldn't expect that from Ty on this channel. We've consistently given him like 6 5s. I feel like.
I mean, he really went for the stuff that his fans want, I think.
Yeah, I think I have like 3 Bells traumatic stress disorder because
Yeah.
that was like one of the first and that's when we listened to the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's
track
when we
by
used to-
track.
yeah.
And that was like an hour long
Yeah,
of like
dude.
I feel like just half steps on an acoustic
Oh,
being
my
like
God.
and the winter bell. I was like,
It's
God damn.
brutal.
I don't mind 3
Yeah.
bells.
I know you like it.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Possession was, there's some really good songs on Possession, but
That's
this
just not
one,
bad.
this one really just like really is a step up to me.
It blew all of that out of the water.
It really
Yeah.
did, and it just rips, man.
There's no song about his dog.
no,
or his wife.
I like the songs about his dog.
I mean, the songs
though.
about his dogs are great, but he's done
a
plenty.
billion of them. Yeah, I don't
He's done a
honestly.
lot.
I don't know what any of these songs are about, and I don't give
No,
a
I
shit.
don't either.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's
needing-
fine.
Not
Yeah.
being forced to focus on that. you
Well, it
know?
just felt like there was some like angst,
Yes.
here. Like there's some of the songs sound like there's some anger and
Or
some
being
actual like piss and vinegar behind it, and not just like I love my dog. And you're
yeah,
like,
there is a little bit of self-awareness with the dude too that like is seldom like seen, but he was selling merch, which a lot of his merch now are just like his drawings, which
Yeah.
is interesting. He doesn't give a shit about merch. Like King Giz blows him out of the water
Yeah.
in terms of all the bullshit, but he made a shirt that says, it doesn't say his name on it anywhere. It just is like a drawing, and it says, "I like his old stuff."
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. dude.
So
great.
I don't know. He never speaks to it. He never gives a shit. But there's plenty of critics out there. I mean, I guess technically we are 3 of them.
Perhaps the
and-
most esteemed, the most
most,
important.
yeah, for sure.
when it comes to Ty Segall's music, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
I own
sure.
every single one of his records.
I do feel like you are a Ty Segall scholar.
Yeah,
I
you
am.
are. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking about the lyrics, like, it makes sense that he would get a guy to help him write lyrics on the last album, which are going to lean so much more
Yeah.
heavily on them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a smart choice because I did like Possession. But this, it's like you're going to be absolutely fucking just pounded over the head
Yeah.
with fuzz tons. Doesn't matter as much what you're yelling. I'm sure
We
that
don't
guy,
care.
we didn't
Yeah.
have to keep him on retainer.
yeah.
No.
We can save a little money on that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great
yeah.
though.
Yeah, I know. I like this a lot. I was surprised by it because I've just been so like Ty Segall has just come so close every year, and I'm just like, ugh. Like,
If you
I
would
just
have,
want
if
something.
you guys would have been at the show I was, you would have been like
Yeah.
jacked. Because Upchuck opened the show. Have you guys heard of them? Unbelievable.
Name sounds familiar.
Unbelievable punk band from like fucking Atlanta or something. They're righteous, and so it was just a whole thing. Played a bunch of new shit. It's like, what the fuck is this? And totally teed it up. So
Nice.
for a nerd like myself, it was big.
Yeah, I want to see him again because
Yeah.
the show I saw in like 2017, Ty Segall, it was incredible.
Was that at Smalls?
Yeah, it was a small.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Some people got punched in the face.
Yeah.
Some people were me.
Some people were me. Yeah.
The pagans that you tried to race. You
Yeah.
fucking cut me off.
Where's that guy?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
It's that guy in the Kia Sorento.
That's actually a Celtos.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, let us know what you thought of this record in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Get the shirt in the description. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Subscribe on Patreon, $5 a month to become a quitter. You get bonus episodes every Sunday. This is Ty Segall. It's a 7.8. It's a I'm finishing my coffee. Hell yeah. I'm going to go with that because I don't remember what the other one was. Let us know what you thought in the comments. I'm interested in hear it, and I think we have a lot of Ty Segall fans on this show.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.